My girlfriend's like, we can all hear you guys still, right? I assume you guys knew. And
yes.
Yes, yeah, we know.
It's just a fun little thing. We cut this all out later, unless I find something funny.
Yeah, if you want the cut version of this, there's YouTube on all the podcasts.
Yeah. All right, 3, 2, 1. Oh, I'm on the wrong scene. I'm gonna get to the right scene. All right, 3, 2, 1. Hey, welcome everyone to Super Gamekast, a podcast about the video game industry. Here's your host, Bronson Fiore. Bronson, what's up?
Hi everybody, I'm Bronson, and this is Super Gamecast on Sunday, July 30th, 2023. I'm joined by the always awesome Aaron Reynolds.
I've joined here.
We are one. You are part of the Super Gamecraft hive mind.
Unfortunately.
The other member of our lovely hive mind is Miss Emily Hulslander.
I thought the phrase was "we are legion." Like,
I mean,
yeah.
it depends on which hive mind you're referencing. There's a couple in fiction.
There's a couple, but believe this: we are legion.
And then our HR ninja Jesse Pewitt is out doing ninja business.
Yep.
He's in that situation where you have someone who's like doing everything they can to not get fired, and he has to be the one to sneak in and get them their pink slip.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Exactly what's happening.
Doing the Lord's work, as they say.
Yep.
Yeah, the Lord's work. Yep.
And by Lord's work, we mean giant corporations.
Yes. What's the difference in 2023?
I mean, that's the way they behave.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Sad but true.
Ugh. All right. Well,
Yeah.
let's not think about corporations. Let's think about video games.
Video games.
Yeah,
I know.
that's why we're here, right?
Yeah. That's what I was told. That's why I came. If that's not the case, I'm getting out of here.
All right.
shit.
Well, we better start talking about some video games.
Uh-huh.
Like, hey, guess what?
What?
As we've all known, Sony and Xbox are pretty much opposite ends of the sales charts this past year. After a sales surge last year, thanks to relaxed supply chains, the last few quarters have been slower for Xbox. Xbox hardware sales went down 13% in Q2 and 30% in Q3.
Oh.
Now, remember, their Q3 is January to March. Their end of fiscal year is June, so we're going to find out about their Q4 soon. Yeah, different companies have different fiscal years. So, like, the end of Sony's fiscal year is March. The end of Microsoft's fiscal year is June.
Okay, I didn't know that. You can just define that?
Yes, you can define it for your own company. That's why they say fiscal year.
I understand fiscal year, like that. The general concept makes sense to me on that, but like, I love that you can just choose. Wow. Okay. Whatever.
It's dumb. It's super dumb.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Q1. How is that not January to March? Good Lord. Whatever.
Well, I mean that's Q1 in releases.
At least they got that right.
But yeah, so they're Q3, so the first quarter of this year, 30% down.
Rough.
Yeah.
That's real bad.
That's rough.
That's really fucking bad, dude.
Okay, so I'm sorry. So you said this was for Q3?
Yes, this is Q3. So this is January to March. For Microsoft, that's January to March of this year.
That was the start of some not great press for Microsoft.
Yeah, that's when you had the 10,000 layoffs and the fucking delays, and the trial was in full swing, and
like the one bright spot was Hi-Fi Rush, and then otherwise
it was not a good time.
Pretty rough.
Yeah, so that and to be fair, like we've been saying for a while now, Hi-Fi Rush is a great game. It's one of my contenders for Game of the Year this year. If you have not played Hi-Fi Rush, you absolutely should.
Mm-hmm.
It is a fantastic fucking game, but it's not what sells a console. Right. Like it's just not. it's you know. And the last time that they had a game that sold a console was in December of 2021.
Yeah.
Yep.
They really tried with that Redfall.
No, they didn't. We talked about that last week.
Yeah, no. They were trying until they said, "Hey, what if you worked on Starfield instead?"
What if you worked on Starfield instead, and we put this out as our blood sacrifice, so we can look incompetent in front of the courts?
Yeah, maybe.
Master fucking plan.
Maybe. I don't.
I'm telling you, bro.
They have not shown much to show that they are competent in what they're doing up to this point.
But the thing is, though, is like, okay, the first year of this generation, they were like hyper competent, right? Like the pieces are coming together so well.
It looked like they had a plan going.
Yeah, like the first year, 2021, goes super well. Forza, Halo, Psychonauts, Age of Empires, Gears Tactics. Like this, they were the number one publisher of the year.
They had bought a number of studios with all these plans for different franchises that were either getting revived or brand new stuff, and they had their Game Pass, reveal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that was everything. No. That was a good plan.
But then you factor in the fact that suddenly, randomly, almost the start of 2022, they are incompetent after this merger. After they started this merger.
I'm
just saying.
I'm
just saying. I mean, it's almost like the timing is too perfect.
Almost.
I need this whole thing to play out before I will commit one way or another on how they're handling this. Because
somebody get me my tinfoil hat.
About to start some conspiracy theories up in this bitch.
Yeah, we're already here.
We're here. Let's go.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we don't have their Q4 numbers yet.
No, we do not. So yeah, it's been real, and I do not think I do not think that Q4 is going to change around for them, for hardware at least.
No, I'm just curious.
Because Redfall.
Well, Redfall was still getting built up at that point.
Yeah, but it came out in the dead middle of Q4.
Oh, did it? Okay.
Yeah, it came out in May.
What is time? Who knows?
So yeah, right. Not a good look. The company did, however, report an overall increase in revenue from their gaming department, driven by 5% growth in content and services, especially third-party content and Game Pass.
Mm-hmm.
So microtransactions in Game Pass made it so they still had overall growth in video games.
Yeah, that sounds correct.
Yes. By comparison, though, in Q4, so Microsoft's Q3, same time frame, PlayStation regarded hardware sales 3 times stronger year over year, and it announced it sold nearly as many units in the previous financial year as it had in 1 year prior, bringing its total to 38.4 million sales. And let's check VG charts real quick.
Let's check VG charts. Let's get these numbers.
So let's see.
And let's see. PlayStation from January to March. What's going on then?
Let me check.
For PlayStation?
Yes.
Nothing exclusive, but the same things. So Xbox is almost at 22 million.
Okay.
So Sony's not like doubling them, but they're still doing
quite well.
Better.
When did RE4 remake come out?
The end of March.
Okay.
But that's also on Xbox.
That's also on Xbox.
True.
That's fair.
38 is like compared to previous like total generation console numbers. I guess it's about it's a lot. It's about on track, right?
That's 2 years and like 3 months into the generation. So yeah, that's actually really good.
That's actually a little faster than.
If they keep going at this rate, so let's just say 38 million for 2 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously this is not fully correct, but 38 million for 2 years. So generation is typically 8 years. So you can times that by 6.
6.
Oh no, sorry, it'd be 38 divided by 2.
Oh.
So that's your yearly sales, and then you times that by 6 plus 38 the million they have in their bank. Yeah, they're doing almost PS2 numbers. They're a little bit below it.
Jesus.
There's also, a lot more people playing games.
Mm-hmm.
It makes sense that these numbers are continuing to go up. But yeah, the idea of the PS5 reaching PS2 numbers, like, while the PS5 has been great, and I want to see where it goes, like, it's not doing for consoles what PS2 did for consoles in terms of like improvement or.
No, PS2 was a massive jump over PS1.
Yeah,
like, huge. This there are some big jumps from PS4 to 5, but not as many. And it doesn't have like the fact that you're getting a DVD player at the same time.
Right. Yeah. But what are you gonna do there? Like no one's making a new format.
No one's buying hard copy movies besides me.
Also that too, yeah. People are expressing the sentiment the way streaming services are going, but right now.
Yeah. Give it time. The hard copy will be back on top. But no, so it's like Sony is in a really good place with hardware sales, and their software sales are obviously doing fine. And they did have growth in their Game Pass competitor.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, yeah, they're in a very strong spot. Like they're in very much a place of strength.
Yep. Which, yeah. Of course, we're still waiting for Xbox's first big punch.
I mean, yeah, like they had that first big punch, and they had that. It's just that they didn't have anything to follow it up with.
Well, and that wasn't like, I'm talking like console seller bundle with console game.
I really think that was Halo, but right.
It was Halo, and then everyone's like, whoa.
And look, everybody, let's be honest. The whole game community really liked Halo Infinite at launch. It's just it didn't get where it needed to be
right
fast enough, and that's when people got upset.
Yeah.
Right now, Halo Infinite's in a great place. Like it's in a great spot.
Sure.
That game is awesome. Like it's. That Forge mode is fucking crazy.
Yes.
Campaign's super fun, and the co-op works finally. It's a really good game now. It's just that it took a year to get there.
Far too long and far too much negative press to get here.
Yes. Now it's great. They just added zombies last week.
Nice. Yes, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome. Great, love it. Fully support it. But they just didn't have a follow up to that really good year. And my theory is, now that I think about it, that conspiracy theory is last week is it's intentional. But because I'll say this, especially if next year happens and the merger has gone through. And suddenly you are just seeing tons of shit hit. And you're just like, this seems really well timed for you, Microsoft.
I will say, if there was a company that would be this devious, it would be Microsoft.
Oh, after fucking being in them internally? Yeah, totally.
Totally. They had those vibes before when you heard stories about Bill Gates and what he did in the 90s and things like that. But yeah, and then hearing your inside scoops, like, oh yeah, they would do that. They would absolutely wreck a game people have been dozens of people, if not hundreds, have been working on to try and make good. They'll let that sink. Who cares?
Yeah. No. It's the master plan. Oh God, I hope this is right. I really.
But that's
hope
what's so
right.
funny is that it would line up so well with the development cycles of these games, of the studios that they purchased. That was like, it was just taking a long time. Like, it's a really good plan if it is a plan, because there is so much deniability. Like, look, we purchased all these studios, but they were busy working on stuff. They were finishing up some games, and we said, hey, make this original thing for us, or start working on this thing exclusively for us. And that making games takes a while. Like, there's so much deniability in there. Like, if it was purposeful, it's great. And
well, especially with the emails that came out, like, we could spend Sony out of business and
yes,
shit.
Yeah.
Like,
they even after they send Phil Spencer out on the apology tour over many months in many places, and then in their emails in that lawsuit, just like, oh, we're gonna grind him into the fucking dust. And it's just like, you guys are in no position unless, like, man, I don't know.
Yes. So
I don't want this. Everyone listening to this podcast, keep this theory on the down low, because I don't want this to spread. And then Phil Spencer's like, we should own this. Like, we totally fucked this up, but everyone's talking like this. We're gonna own it.
We can't do that, because I want to clip last week's thing and this week's thing and combine them and then post it.
We're gonna be talking about this conspiracy theory for weeks on end.
It
works too well. It works too well.
Yeah,
we talk about
absolutely.
Xbox news every goddamn week, and so it's just gonna come up. It's gonna come up.
It's because Xbox always fucks up, and there's always gonna be something for us to talk about.
Like, once again, that goes back to the timeline thing, though, right?
Yeah.
Like, they had that big rebound. They had that really great year. Their console launched great and all this other stuff. And then suddenly they just keep fucking up repeatedly right as this fucking merger is happening.
Okay, so here's one wrench to throw in this plan, in this idea.
Mm-hmm.
So what do they have left to secure this deal?
They just have to get it to go through in the EU.
Can they get this through the UK before Starfield comes out?
No, because they pushed it all the way to October.
Yeah.
But, like, even then, I don't think Starfield's enough to, like, change regulators' minds, and they're just gonna fucking pay. Like, this is the last one left. I think they're just
this is the last one left, and FTC feels like kind of the bigger one.
Yeah, like so this is the last one left, so it's happening. Like, there's no way this is not happening. So
it's happening. I'm just like, I wonder if they made that bet. If we're considering this as a plan, like, Starfield was a real big concern then.
Oh, well, okay, so it does play into the original timeline then, because this deal was supposed to be done in July.
Yes.
Starfield comes out in September.
It was supposed to come out earlier, and then they kept pushing it. Yeah, maybe.
Which, man, that original Starfield showing looked really inept too, didn't it?
It did not look great. I will say that. They did not show any of the interesting things in Starfield. They showed one of the most middling things. There's too much. It'd be really funny if they were just really incompetent and fell into this, but also it'd be really funny if this was all part of a plan.
Yes, I think that would be hilarious.
I think it's really funny to like, Sony's plan was like, man, we really made a bad product. Let's get some quality games out there. Let's get some first-party stuff going. Let's get a good schedule happening and make just a good, decent console. It doesn't excel in necessarily any direction very well, but it's just a good console with good exclusive games. And Xbox is like, what if we come up with a convoluted-ass plan? and we just wreck our name even further because we're Microsoft and we can survive that. And we're just going to lay out this multi-year plan that will sabotage multiple games to ultimately come out on top later. It's it's very unlikely when you lay it out in that way, but god damn it, that would be funny.
God.
I don't know. All right. Is there anything left of the story?
That's it.
Okay.
PlayStation's
doing well. Xbox has been not doing well in sales, but their Game Pass and microtransactions have been boosting them. And we'll see with Starfield. They got the deal through everyone except the UK, which the FTC passed it, so the UK probably does not have very much to veto on at that point.
Their whole complaint was cloud gaming, and
which is hilarious. Of all the things to complain about with this,
and Microsoft was like, "All right, cool, we'll start offering our games to Nvidia again." Like, right. Yep, there you go, done.
Yep,
it's going through, baby.
Yep. So yeah, it lines up too well. That's all I can say.
All right. So, moving forward.
All right, yeah.
Speaking of shitty things publishers are doing,
yeah.
So, if you have an active Ubisoft account with no PC purchases or active subscription tied to them, that account may be closed in order to comply with data protection laws after long periods of inactivity. Accounts tied to active Ubisoft subscriptions or an active PC game, no matter where it was purchased, will not be eligible for deletion. We may close long-term inactive accounts to maintain our database, and you'll be notified if we by an email if we begin the process of closing of your inactive account. If your Ubisoft account was flagged as inactive and you would like to keep it, you can cancel account closure. This goes back to the story we briefly talked about last week where, hey, bro, if you bought a game on Ubisoft's thing or even on Steam and you've been inactive for a while and then you decide, I want to play that shit, that might be gone. GG, it's done.
This is not a good idea.
They don't care.
I know they don't care, but like... Shit, man, I can't think of people already hate Ubisoft.
Yeah,
and they've just added a whole huge another bullet point to it.
This is shit like this is one of the many, like when they announced that Star Wars game, I'm like, cool, it's gonna be another bloated open world game that plays like Assassin's Creed, looks real pretty, but Star Wars. Do not care. Ubisoft makes one video game, but with a different perspective.
They make two, right? Because there's The Division and Wildlands.
Oh right, okay. So they make gun live service game, or they make Assassin's Creed style adventures. Watch Dogs, that's just future Assassin's Creed. Far Cry, that's just first person Assassin's Creed. They all have the towers. You go to the tower to scout the map, and it reveals shit. You go, you do the missions, and you find way too many goddamn collectibles.
Yeah,
they make the same two games in different flavors,
but they sell, right?
Yeah, they do great.
They do great between Far Cry and Assassin's Creed and Ghost Recon and yeah.
Oh god, does this mean my South Park games are done? Like, I haven't logged into my Ubisoft account in forever.
Uh-oh.
Oh, god damn it.
I think I got It Takes Two through Ubisoft, so that might be gone. Or did I get that through the Xbox?
No, that was through Xbox Game Pass.
Okay.
I remember we both played it when it was on Game Pass.
It said accounts tied to an active Ubisoft... Oh, an active Ubisoft subscription. Does that go through Game Pass? Does that mean Game Pass?
No. So it's subscription or an activated PC game.
Right. So yeah, it has to be a direct... Are they referring to a direct Ubisoft subscription?
Yes. Or no. So I think you can have one through PlayStation as long as the accounts are linked.
Okay, as long as I can keep those.
Yeah, and then so apparently, let's see, or an activated PC game, no matter where it was purchased, will not be eligible for deletion. But that goes against what they were saying earlier, where your games will be deleted. So what's the deal?
What is the deal?
Ugh. And then I have 2 Ubisoft accounts, by the way.
Cool. Yeah.
Because I couldn't get into their proper system, so that was neat.
That's neat. People only have so much bandwidth for so many accounts. And like, again, we talked about it, I think last week. Like I made room to have a Capcom ID because Capcom is on fire and like just making cool ass games. So like, yeah, sure, whatever. Ubisoft dropped off that long ago. Requiring Ubisoft shit was like,
I remember when we tried to play Uno during the pandemic.
Oh my god, man!
And we couldn't get it running because it had required us to log into Ubisoft and do all this other shit. And we're just like, fuck it, let's just go back to playing Grand Theft Auto.
Uno. Like you're gonna require Ubisoft login for Uno. Like what? Get fucked.
Yeah, no. So I'm gonna try and log in my Ubisoft account right now, though.
Let's do it.
Because I'm curious to see what has happened. Because I haven't. The last time I played an Ubisoft game was like 2017.
Ubisoft.
So
let's see here. I want to see if I have anything saved. Take a look here. I have nothing saved. Log in with Xbox. Hopefully nothing showing up on screen. let this app access your info. All right, I don't think I've done this. All right, nope. As far as I'm concerned, I have no games.
You have no games. You have Uno, but you don't know how to log in, so it's like whatever.
Whatever. You know what? I'm not willing to go look and see.
And so I just installed Uno. I'm gonna try and log in.
They make a new Prince of Persia?
It comes out in January.
They're making a new one. That's that 2D Metroidvania Prince of Persia.
Oh, neat.
It looks really good.
All right.
Oh,
I'm sad I won't be able to jump into it right away.
Sure.
Because that weekend I'm flying to Disney, so.
Oh, cool. Hell yeah.
Small world after all.
That's right. They make The Crew.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I didn't even have Ubisoft Connect installed on my computer.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Let me check there.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I believe I have that from a while ago. No, I do not have it on this computer anymore. All right, cool.
Yeah, my
free and clear.
My girlfriend and I were actually talking yesterday. There's too many fucking accounts with too many everything. Like I get it.
And
I mean, you're not wrong.
People are gonna need to be lost, and Ubisoft is definitely at the top of that list of like, yeah, I'm good. I don't need this. Let's see. Yeah, Assassin's Creed, Prince of Persia, Mario and Rabbids, Tom Clancy's
trying to launch itself.
Just Dance 2024. Star Wars
South Park.
Outlaws.
They do South Park.
Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora. They're really gunning for that Avatar game.
Which I think that's coming out either end of this year or next year.
Jesus, that's loud.
Okay.
Well, okay, so Uno works for me now.
Great.
3 years too late, but what is what is.
Took them long enough.
Okay, so I have 3 games via Ubisoft Connect on this profile.
Okay.
It's South Park, Watch Dogs 2, and Uno. And okay, and then I guess my name is Sarge1446. Jesus Christ, that game was loud. Okay.
Uno's action packed, don't you know?
Yeah, apparently it is.
Okay. Well, fuck you, Ubisoft.
Yeah, fuck you very much.
Yep.
Oh God, do my old Ubisoft games require this? No, I refuse to believe.
What are your old Ubisoft games?
Like Splinter Cell, Double Agent.
Did you get them through the Ubisoft stuff?
I am through Steam.
No, then you should be fine.
I don't know. Maybe they put the DRM on the old shit.
That would be crazy fucked if that happened. Like,
EA does it.
Really?
Yes. If you want to play an EA game, like their old shit, they often require you to log into EA Play, like even the Game Pass stuff.
But like, okay, so they're not saving save data on their server, right? Like, would you just have to like sign in with your old Ubisoft account, or create a new account?
You'd have to log in with your old your account, I would assume.
But
the
like
one that's
okay,
linked to your Steam.
But like, say you wait too long, Ubisoft deletes your account. But I would hope, have your save data in the cloud somewhere.
You would hope.
And then if you just have to make a new account again, but you could still get all your stuff back.
I wouldn't guarantee that. I think that if it's done, it's done.
That's terrible.
Yep, sure is. Thank God for fiber internet, so I can test this almost immediately.
Yeah,
but yeah, and then EA does the same thing. Like Alice Madness Returns is like how goddamn old.
Yeah,
and
right?
and you have to log in to EA Play to do it.
So stupid.
For
Alice Madness Returns.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know this 13-year-old game.
This 13-year-old single player game.
Yep. Mm-hmm. That you have to log into EA Play to play, even though you're playing it through fucking Game Pass. Add that little fucking wrench into the works.
Unreal. Yeah. All right.
Fucking
horrible.
This is a nightmare future.
Oh, you're breaking up a little bit, Bronson.
Better. Okay, so no, Ubisoft Connect is not needed for their older games.
Cool.
But now I'm having to deal with that booting up Splinter Cell, so give it a minute.
Okay.
Okay, great. So that works. That's awesome. Good. Fantastic.
Maintain our database. You are Assassin's Creed people. You have the money. No one else is doing this.
No, but how will their executives buy a new yacht if they don't make our lives inconvenient? How will they do this? Why doesn't anyone think of the multi-millionaires and billionaires, Aaron? Why?
I've been on Twitter, and trust me, there are people out there fighting for them.
Dumb as hell.
It's wild.
Yeah, like Battlefield Bad Company 2. Oh, you want to play that? Guess what, motherfucker? It may be 12 years old, but still gotta download the shit.
Amazing.
Sure fucking is.
Amazing.
Oh, man.
All right, I'm done with this story. I don't want to hear about these people anymore.
All right, well, let's talk about some good news. Exoprimal hit 1 million players.
Yay!
Way to go, guys.
Yeah.
Way to go.
It received 1 million players since launching earlier this month on July 14th, 2023. It is worth emphasizing this milestone is not referring to units sold, as Game Pass has played a huge part in this amount. The team also announced that a free Skywave skin will be available in the August 16th title update to celebrate this feat. They're also hard at work improving the game based on player feedback. Regarding post-launch content, on July 28th, 2023, Season 1 will feature the Savage Gauntlet mode that challenges teams of 5 players with late-game PvE missions that rotate weekly and can be replayed for higher ranks and rewards. The August 17th update will feature the first major update, including 10 alpha variant exosuits, compromising different weapons for these alternate designs to switch up playstyle. And then in Season 2, coming in October, is the Street Fighter VI collaboration, as well as a new map, final mission, more rigs and modules. Then January will be the next season, which will have the beta exosuit variants, the Neo Triceratops, and a Monster Hunter collaboration.
They got content planned.
This is how you support a fucking live service game.
Yes. Marvel's Avengers. God damn it.
I love how we're all still so fucking salty over that. It's great.
They're coming out with alpha variants, and then they got beta variants planned.
Mm-hmm.
Like, other ways to play these 10 people. Like, wow. What a novel idea. Granted,
Sure
like,
is.
Avengers combat was a bit more complicated.
A bit more nuanced
yeah,
and complicated.
Yeah, like, I get that. But, damn. Yeah, I'm really happy for them. I hope things keep going well for them. More people find out that this game is cool. You just have to stick with it. Which is always a bummer to say, like, whenever you like stick through the rough patches and like hours later you get to the good parts, like, and then you have to tell people like it's good, you just gotta keep going.
I feel that like that is very much how I feel about 14. We're gonna be talking about Final Fantasy 14 later in the stream, but like I thought about like, man, if you just want to play Dawntrail, all the shit you have to play through to get there.
Oh yeah. No, Final Fantasy 14 is the king of you've got to stick with it, but it gets real good.
Yep. Sure did. All right, so yeah, this game is awesome, and they're doing a great job putting out content. And
so good.
Yeah, like yes, they're doing a good job putting out content. It looks great. It plays great. It's on Game Pass. I'm just curious, like, when it's going to be off Game Pass, because I'm like, I'm gonna buy a copy of it. I know.
100%.
I know I am.
100%.
So, yep. All right. Well, cool.
Yeah.
Next up, some kind of bad news for Tekken. They have said there's not going to be a guest character in the base roster. Harada said, should guest characters make their way into Tekken 8, they will be in the form of DLC. Quote, we do not plan to develop guest characters first. First of all, we are concentrating on having more base roster characters than other fighting game titles. In other words, increasing the initial number of default characters. Even if we think about guest characters, it will be after release, declared Harada.
The biggest wrench in this is Akuma was integral to the story of Tekken 7.
Yeah.
So what's going on in Tekken 8? Where did Akuma go?
Yep. And you know, this seems to disconfirm the possibility of Akuma returning, as well as Akuma's owned by Capcom, and we shouldn't expect characters like Fatal Fury's Geese, Final Fantasy XV's Noctis, and The Walking Dead's Negan to be promoted from the DLC roster to Tekken 8's base roster.
Yeah.
They bring up that Akuma played a pivotal role in the story, and then Akuma will be lucky to have even a mention in Tekken 8's story. So yeah,
I think they'd have to mention him just because like stuff happened.
Yep.
It was big with Heihachi, so whatever.
And Tekken 7 already had a huge as fuck base roster.
Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
So I'm curious to see how big this one's gonna be. If this is what they're already talking about.
Yep.
Like Tekken, how many characters did Tekken 7 launch with?
Oh. Too many.
A lot. It was a lot. 36.
That's not base.
That's base.
What?
That's what Google says.
That sounds total.
No, it's 52 total.
What the
as of season 4.
I'm like trying to wrap my head around all the fighters in Street Fighter 6 right now. Like the idea of a game launching like that, it's like, all right, time to learn, everyone. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, they have quite a large roster of characters to select from just as a base anyway. So.
Yes.
That's pretty cool. Why not? I'm sure that there are a lot of people who are cheering for their favorite base favorite Tekken character to come in for this new Tekken. So concentrating on that, I think will win over some fans. And yeah, later just get some fun characters.
Yeah. So and like I said, man, 36 characters. Yeah.
That's a ton. That's a ridiculous amount. So.
Yep.
Ooh.
So yeah, there you go.
Yeah. All right, Tekken. That's fine.
All right. So this next one we're probably gonna pull the trailer up for Nickelodeon All Star Brawl 2, announced for PS5, Xbox Series, PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC.
I'm sorry, what?
Yes, they're doing a second Nickelodeon All Star Brawl. Same thing as before. Smash Bros. Clone, but Nick characters.
Didn't this game just come out?
No, it's been out a couple years now.
Has it been? Okay.
Hold on.
Which one was the one that got shut down? They're like, all right, we're gonna work on this and then re-release it.
That was Multiverses.
Yeah,
that was the Warner Brothers one. Yeah, this game came out in October of 2021, so it's been 2 years.
This one's got Jimmy Neutron. All right.
So, key upgrades. Totally new fighting game experience. Rebuilt and reimagined from the ground up. It redefines what a Nickelodeon fighting game can be with new and revamped visuals, audio, animations, modes, stages, mechanics, taunts, and movesets completely tuned for all play. New and improved brawlers. The roster is bigger and better with more variety in how each character plays. Hit hard with supers. New incredible supers. A single-player campaign featuring roguelike elements. Put your skills to test to stop Danny Phantom's arch-villain Vlad Plasmius from taking over the Nickelodeon universe. This was a big controversy from the original game. Voice acting for all playable characters because it launched without that.
Okay.
So, yep. A bunch of mini games and global leaderboards for them, and full cross-platform play.
There you go.
Okay, you have my attention.
Weirdly enough, the base is only gonna be $50, and then the digital deluxe is gonna be $70 with season pass. So there's that. And each individual content player is $7. Yeah, let's run the trailer. Oh, we're waiting the trailer.
We're going. You want me to start over? We can start over so we can talk about it.
No, you're good.
All right. We saw some Squidward, some handsome Squidward.
Yep. Ninja Turtles, Avatar, Danny Phantom.
Yep.
I saw Helga from Hey Arnold.
3 Garfield. We got Garfield.
Yep.
And then a lot of turtles.
Yeah. Invader Zim. All right.
Yep. There you go. That's a good one.
Yes.
Nigel.
I want to get good with Nigel and just make the sound effects for the man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who voices Nigel Thornberry?
Oh,
that would be Tim Curry.
Yes.
Is it really?
It is. Bless that man. And
it is. It's fucking Tim. I thought
Curry.
It was Tim Curry, but man, okay, that's funny.
Yeah, it's great.
That's really funny.
Epic.
Yeah. So Jimmy Neutron's coming. I'm all for more Smash clones. It's a cool idea. I think it's a very good idea. I thought the first one just played kind of janky.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my kind of primary issue with it, but I don't know. This roster seems fun. It seems like a fun game. So
yeah.
And Multiverses ended up being really cool, but shitting the bed. So yeah.
Hopefully this is better.
Yeah, I do like how they put memes in their advertising for this trailer.
It's great. Like props.
Squidward. They're even doing the Smash thing. Squidward faces the music.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Look, they know what you want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like their character selection. Oh, Rocco. All right, yeah.
Oh, from Rocco's Modern
Yeah,
Life.
there we go.
All right.
Ren and Stimpy.
Nice.
Let's see if we can catch any other characters. Future.
There's one newer era character that I am not recognizing.
No, don't recognize it all. Like that's April from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
That Korra.
Teenage Mutant
I love that they
Ninja Turtles.
built up Jimmy Neutron. Like, they know that Jimmy Neutron was a big part of Nickelodeon for a while there.
I mean, yeah.
I wasn't a big fan of Jimmy Neutron. I thought it was alright. Like, I didn't love it though.
I love Jimmy Neutron.
I love Fairly Odd Parents and Invader Zim. Like,
Yeah.
those were great.
Nickelodeon during that era was just on fire.
Mm-hmm. Now the real question is, are they going to have Carl Weezer?
They have to. They have to.
No,
Jimmy Neutron achieves liftoff. Nice.
I want Ultra Lord.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's get Ultra Lord in here.
No, it's Sheen, and he's a puppet character.
It's Gene dressed up as Ultra Lord.
Oh God, no.
Yeah.
There you go.
Be good. All right, yeah, sure. That'll be fun.
Not bad.
People will watch that. People will watch that and play it. Sure.
Yeah, we'll probably check it out
Maybe.
at some point.
Yeah.
Do they give a date? Let me check.
It said this fall, so that could be anywhere between September and late November.
Like, yeah. So we'll see.
All right.
Cool.
But you don't want to do it in September for Starfield, and you don't want to do it in October for Spider-Man.
And you don't want to do it in November because of Yakuza, of course. No.
Yep.
So, yeah, last bit of fighting game news we have is Smash Bros. Creator, Masahiro Sakurai says, quote, "I can't imagine a Smash Bros. Title without me."
So more in the future. Got it.
So he recently put out a video telling about Sakurai's involvement in the creation of Smash Bros. Brawl and how he was unaware of the game's existence until Nintendo president of the time, Satoru Iwata, announced it during their E305 press conference. Sakurai was in the audience for that announcement, and afterward, Iwata asked Sakurai to lead the team in his hotel suite.
Yep.
That is the best possible fucking way you can be told you have a job. Just like, man, I'm working for this company. I'm watching this press conference. It's like, we fucking are. Okay. Sure, I guess.
Fine.
Right.
Shit.
I'll sacrifice my well-being to get this game made. Sure.
So, and then he goes into tell about how the team was and development team was assembled. He spoke about the future of Smash Bros. And where he may fall into it. He hypothesizes one option, which would be to hand lead the series over to another director. But he also has trouble envisioning that future. For now, I can't really imagine a Smash Bros. Title without me, Sakurai says. I feel the same way President Iwata did when we formed the team for Brawl. At present, we simply do not have someone who can take the reign. He continues to go on and say that Smash Bros. Is an important title for Nintendo, and it's fair to assume a new game will eventually release, though at some point the video flashes a brief asterisk emphasizing that Sakurai's opinion of the release of the video. He acknowledges it will take some work and make that happen. But he also says, for my part, I'd like to keep working with Nintendo however I am able, as he is still a freelance developer outside of Nintendo. Yep. And then, of course, this is the way it is now, because we weren't successful in splitting the vision between multiple people before. This could be a challenge for the future and something that needs to be discussed with Nintendo if there were to be a next installment in the Smash Bros. Series. He also said during his final Smash Bros. Ultimate presentation, he called the event his Final Fighter presentation and added, "It'll be sad to say farewell, but I hope you all enjoy it." So.
All right.
I don't know where you go with Smash Bros. From here.
That's the thing, though. That's the thing. What do you do? You'd have to reinvent the platform fighter to be something else.
I mean, yeah, like, the only thing I could say, so there's 89 playable characters in that game.
Ooh.
With the DLC and the Go Fighters.
Mm-hmm.
So, the only thing I can think of is, like, you say, okay, we're gonna go to 100 because that'd be a fun gimmick, right?
Yeah.
And there are characters you can get, like, you don't have to worry about that. Shovel Knight, Sans, fucking trying to think of who else would be a good fit. Like that's 2 of the 11 you would need. I'm sure you can think of other ones that have been big on Nintendo recently. So you go to 100 fighters and you say, hey, we're bringing back Subspace Emissary mode. And then adventure mode. And then that's kind of it. That's what's left. Oh, and then I guess bring back the party mode things from the Wii U version. Call it Smash Ultimate
Right.
Smash Ultimate, Smash Harder. So
yeah, that's the only thing I can think of at this point. I don't know what else you do.
Yeah, so
you had a mode where they actually turn it into a traditional fighter. Yeah.
Oh, could you imagine a fighting game or a traditional fighting game with 100 characters?
It'd be ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. You want to talk about dedicating your life to learning a single game.
People would do it too, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
All right. So
wow.
Next up is, hey, me and Aaron, you and I played some of that Final Fantasy XIV.
Sure have.
So they announced Fantasy going on right now. And they announced a bunch of stuff for the new patch in October and January. But the real big important thing is they announced the new expansion. Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail coming out this summer, or as I'm affectionately calling it, Final Fantasy XIV Margaritaville.
This coming summer.
Yep.
Sorry, not
this
the one
coming summer, not the next
summer,
one. I'm
but
sorry.
Next summer.
Yep. So, yeah. And so they announced it. It's the community is calling it the beach episode. A trailer features the main cast of the game, including a new figure in a cloak named Erenville that is described as a visitor from the New World, which also appears to be the main location of the story expansion. He said, Yoshida described the story as the best summer vacation you could ever have. With the teaser, as hopes lights dawn once more, a hero looks to new horizons. Alongside Alphino, Alizé, Erenville, the Warrior Light embarks upon a journey across the Indigo Deep, should rumor be true that the contest may lead them to the fabled gates of a city of gold. Little do they know that it will also be the Scions divided. I want to say right now, I was talking with Stella about this yesterday. If you have to pick a team for the story for the Scions, right? Like, they're having an argument about something, and you have to pick a team, like games will do. WoW did this a while ago with Scryer's Naldor. I am instantly booking the team that Alphino is not on.
Yeah.
I don't care what their ideology is.
It's just a big
I don't care. No. They could be like, yeah, mass genocide to anyone that's not these lizard people in the trailer. Great. Do you hate Alphino too? Awesome, let's go.
I don't think any of the characters hate any other characters in this, but yeah.
Just what, anything to say no to Alphino.
Yeah, I don't know. I like all the characters. I'd be very curious how the team split.
I think the obvious answer is it's going to be Team Alphino or Team Alizé.
That's yeah.
I think that's the obvious one. Then I think Estinian will side with Alphino, unfortunately.
Yes, yes, it will.
I think Rianje will go with Alizé. I think Istola could kind of go either way.
That's the thing. I'm thinking like Team Istola versus Team Urianje, and then I would like to think Graha would go wherever Alizé went.
That's what I'm thinking. That makes sense.
But they may split them up differently to build relationships with new people, so that
This is true.
Yeah, so they could do some different weird stuff.
But it's this line. Little they know, it will also see the Scions divided.
Yeah.
So that's the part that makes me like, oh, okay. The theme of the expansion is a journey of discovery, with the setting being heavily inspired by Incan and Mayan folklore and the story of El Dorado. I mean, cool. People are already doing the El Dorado memes.
Yep. Yes.
Someone already dressed up Thancred and Urianger as the El Dorado characters.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna post this in the Discord. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get it on stream. But hold on.
I want to see this.
Yeah, there you go.
Wait. See here. I can pull this.
Oh, I did see this.
Oh,
I did see this.
Yep.
Open this in browser so that everyone can see. Yep.
I sent it to my girlfriend as I said to you guys, and her response was yes.
Yep.
Thank you.
There we are.
I think I saw this on Twitter.
I could see it.
Yeah. This is perfect.
Because everybody's been posting shit from FanFest, and I'm like, oh my god. I love.
Absolutely.
Fuck. This is great.
Yeah. I'm down. Super down.
Yeah. I'm 100% for that. Part of it, at least. The game's cap is being increased from 90 to 100, breaking the series tradition of maxing out jobs and characters at level 99. The expansion will add 2 new jobs, though they didn't say what they were going to be. They just said one is going to be, they're both going to be DPS, because we, of course, need more fucking DPS in this game.
I know, that was weird. I thought that was weird.
Because, so Warcraft had a similar problem, and what they did is they made sure every single new class they added could be a tank. And then we got enough tanks, and for the recent expansion, they made sure that it has a healing spec. So I don't understand why they, just because, you go into a duty in that game right now, every single one of them says tank, need a tank, need a tank, need a tank, need a healer, need a tank. So why the fuck you would make 2 more DPS specs? I do not know. But here we go.
Sure, all right, yeah. Let's keep adding the DPS. Why not?
Yeah, so he teased one of the classes with being a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles shirt, which everyone's speculating the artist job, the Picto something from Final Fantasy VI. I'm forgetting its name. Hold on. I can't remember his goddamn name.
Huh?
Oh well, whatever. It's not a big deal. Anyway, so they revealed a new beast tribe, the Pele Pelu, diminutive people inhabiting the mountains, seldom seen without their masks, natural entrepreneurs who travel the continent on alpaca back, a renowned producer of tea, coffee, and mezcal.
Okay.
Do you ever do the beast tribe stuff?
I honestly don't. I should, but I don't.
I've never touched it. I haven't touched it once.
It's good for getting some stuff. Like there are some items that I would like to get that require doing some beast tribe stuff, but I just haven't gotten around.
Yeah, there are definitely some cool mounts that are involved with it.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I haven't made it a priority or anything.
They showed off one new trial who is apparently a boss from Final Fantasy V. The Valgamarn. God damn these names. Valigarmanda.
All right.
It's a giant lightning serpent dragon thing. Cool. They're wasting time and resources putting in new duty support options outside of the main science of the Seventh Dawn. I hate this feature so much. I hate it with a passion. It is an MMO, massively multiplayer. online game.
Mm-hmm.
You are making a feature that completely defeats the purpose of your video game.
It's
dumb.
Nah,
and also, not only the fact is it dumb, it also takes way fucking longer than just doing it with people.
Yeah, but then you gotta deal with people.
The people in this game are so fucking chill for normal mode dungeons, at least.
Chill, like in terms of their, that's fine for the most part.
Yeah, like you know,
it's a game that really does embrace being able to play it in a single player capacity for stuff like that if you want to. Like the fact that it works to make that option, I think, is nice.
Anyway, so going on though, they are going to expand the lifestyle content. They saw how popular the Island Sanctuary was during Endwalker, and they're going to add a bunch of new stuff that's like that. So soon you will be playing Stardew Valley inside of Final Fantasy XIV. They'll be adding a new variant dungeon during patch 6.x. Along with a 24-player alliance raid, an 8-player raid, so another 8-player raid series, another 24-player alliance raid, a new ultimate series, new PvP content. Who the fuck is playing PvP in this game?
There are people.
Who the fuck?
They do it.
It's so bad. It's so unbelievably bad.
Well, shit.
Like, this is resources that they can stop, guys. Please, it's okay. You know.
I wonder what the numbers are. I wonder how many people are playing PvP.
No one, like, even Ronnie, who loves that game, it's his favorite game, is like, oh, I don't fucking play this garbage.
Yeah.
You know, like, I played it a little bit to try it because I was curious, because I really like WoW PvP.
Right.
Back in the day, not so much now. Now it's gotten too much, too sweaty. But I really like WoW PvP back in the day, so I assumed I would like this. No, I do not like this. I did not like this at all. I tried it on multiple classes. I tried it on Dark Knight. I tried it on Samurai. I tried it on Black Mage. And I'm like, this fucking sucks. This sucks so bad. Like, you practically don't even have your same kit that you do with the fucking, I almost said the single player. But you don't even have the same kit that you have with your
PvE.
With your PvE. Like, it's significantly changed. It doesn't function at all. The GCD is too high to make most of it fun. It's like, guys, just, you can let it die. It's okay. You know? Oh man, it's mind blowing.
I wonder.
It's like the opposite of Guild Wars 2. Like, I can't say enough good things about Guild Wars 2 PvP. I really can't. And like, you know, and I always like seeing MMO PvP on how it functions, because I think a PvP focused MMO could be a really cool idea. You know, like these big wars and struggles and stuff. But like, man, so few games do it well. Like it's like Warcraft nowadays. I think the PvP has gotten too complicated. I think the Final Fantasy PvP is just outright terrible. Yeah, so.
All right, they're still going.
Yep. Other things: new crafting, gear recipes, big graphics update, higher res textures, better lighting. That I'm very happy about, because, like, so I'm playing that game on a 1440p monitor, and when I look at some of the detailed textures on armor and on, like, on clothing, it is literally pixelated. Like, the little, like, Jim's little Scion logo on his jacket, I, like, will zoom in, I'm like, I can see the fucking pixels, guys.
Yeah.
So I'm happy about that improvement. That's a big win for them. I love this. I absolutely love this. The title of this specifically. inconceivably more adventures of Hildebrandt.
Yep.
Endwalker was somehow further adventures of Hildebrandt. No, so I haven't even done that yet. I'm waiting for Stella to cap out. We're gonna do it together when we're both 90 and caught up.
Yeah.
Gold Saucer update, good. Big fan of that.
Yep.
I like my casino.
Yeah, it's fun.
Blue Mage update, updating the cap for Blue Mage. Okay, these next two for people who are fans of Glamour, which I actually do really like the Glamour in that game. It's a lot of fun. You will now be able to dye pieces of gear 2 colors.
Yes, that was interesting.
So, like, my hat can now be my black top hat, but I can have a red trim around it. I like
Finally.
that.
It said a lot about what they revealed and what they have yet to reveal, that beyond the reveal of Dawntrail, that was the biggest pop-off.
Yes, I was like, so I wasn't watching it. I was listening to it as I was working. And I had it on the background while I'm messing around doing tickets and stuff.
Yeah.
And I hear, you can dye stuff, new colors, and the crowd just, yeah!
It was sustained. Like, I'm just looking at, like, this coat that was red and it has, like, a white belt around it or something like that. And there's like, yes! Yeah! And it just went for a second. I was like, yes.
It's so hilarious to me what the priorities are of different MMO players.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. It is so funny to me. Because, like, in WoW, the stuff that typically gets a big pop-off is, like, a new class or job for you Final Fantasy players.
Yeah. Or,
like, they're showing a returning character. Or, like, certain, like, they're bringing back a raid and time walking.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. Final Fantasy, you can dye shit different colors.
Hell yeah! This is a second life for people, man. We're here to chill out. We're gonna go to the club later, or the cafe that someone's running, and we're gonna be dressed up, and it's gonna be nice.
I'm not someone who wants to live there, but man, I do enjoy visiting.
Yeah.
Like it is a very good vacation home for me, and every time I visit, it's like, this place is fucking ridiculous.
It's ridiculous, but it's so good. I love it so much because of how ridiculous it is.
So this one I'm excited for. My girlfriend was super excited for it when she heard this news, especially because supposedly bunnies are getting more hats because she plays a bunny rabbit.
Yes.
You can now equip 2 pieces of headgear for transmog, or sorry, glamour. Mm-hmm. So you can do a pair of glasses and a hat. People have been asking for that forever. So soon, Dark Magic will be getting a sick pair of shades.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
All right.
So Final Fantasy XIV costumes are coming to Fall Guys.
Uh-huh.
And Fall Guys is coming to the Gold Saucer.
Oh God.
That mode. I was talking with another friend of mine, and it's just like, wow, Fall Guys, huh? Okay, sure, why not? And it got to, they just straight up put Fall Guys in Final Fantasy XIV with your characters. I'm like, okay, I'm on board with this. I can do this.
If they can make the physics work and feel good, that's the main concern I have.
I don't know if that's gonna work out. I hope. You can hope. I think it's gonna be like other Gold Saucer games.
It'll be a fun diversion. It'll be a fun side thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna if I'm gonna go play some weird side thing at Gold Saucer, that'd be a fun thing to do.
HR Ninja, hope you're feeling better, buddy. But he says I'm excited for Fall Guys in Final Fantasy.
Yeah,
right
feel
on,
better,
man.
Ninja. Yeah, that's hilarious. Love it.
So they're expanding the free trial to include Stormblood.
Yes.
So we made a new copy pasta for this. Ronnie did. So if you go on our Discord and the MMO channel, you can now get your Stormblood copy pasta for posting everywhere. The critically acclaimed MMORPG. Blah 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 blah.
Which, like, we could talk about the time sink that goes into getting to the good part of this game, but at least they made everything up to Shadowbringers free.
Yes, and so the funny thing is like very harsh on the first two parts of that story.
Mm-hmm.
I think the first half of A Realm Reborn is bad.
Yeah.
And I think that the large middle chunk of Heaven's Ward is also bad.
Okay.
So I posted on Twitter, oh cool, you finally get the part of the game of where it gets good in the trial. That's awesome. People did not like that.
No, because Stormblood again. First of all, again, generally, I don't know. I haven't seen people get polled about this recently, but people generally put Heaven's Word above Stormblood.
Oh yeah, most people do. Almost everyone. Ninja and I are the odd man out on that.
Yeah,
we've talked about that. Like,
I enjoyed all of them. Like, I didn't identify a weak point really beyond like A Realm Reborn is just like that one fucking slog, man. I got stuck in that fairy forest for so long.
And it's such a long slog, too.
It's so long.
And you have to think, you and I played it when they cut it down.
Yeah.
Anthony fucking played it, like, when it came out. When it was fully fucking long as shit.
Well, actually, I did it right before they cut it short. So I did get that. I did get the last bits.
Yeah, I got the first 32 levels of A Realm Reborn back in 2016 when I tried it the first time.
Yeah, man,
and then it's rough. It's still rough. Like
it still is. That's the thing. Like, yeah.
And that's a concern I have for this game going forward. As now we're hitting level 100. Like, look, guys, MMOs, even this MMO, which isn't as focused on it, are generally focused on late game. Even 14 is a little bit, and also, the story is kind of resetting here. I don't think you can expect people to play 4 or 5 80-plus hour single-player visual novels to get to the, more interesting or current part of the game. And I'm curious to see if they're going to commit to that or find ways to speed people up.
Yeah.
Comment in the chat, but people generally put Stormblood at the bottom. People are wrong, but whatever. Stormblood is so good.
I really enjoyed Stormblood.
Is. Like,
it's a simpler story, but otherwise it's good.
Yeah, like A Realm Reborn, that first half especially is so fucking rough. And then Heaven's Ward, I don't like the middle section. It also helps that I didn't like a lot of the zones in Heaven's Ward either.
The snowy areas are never.
I don't mind snowy areas, and I loved Dragonblight in WoW. Like I thought it was great. But and I think Heaven's Ward has the same problem that I have with like Game of Thrones, where it's like, bro, we're gonna talk at you for like 8 hours before the really cool thing happens.
Right, but
I'm like,
you have to be into what they're talking about.
And I'm not, because I'm siding with Estinian. We're like, let's go handle the problem. Let's go.
I know, but that's the whole thing of why the Alphino-Estinian friendship works so well. It's opposites working together to be complementary towards each other.
Fair enough.
That's the whole point of Heaven's Word. Well, not the whole point. That's part of it. The other part is the really cool, like, dealing with religion and fucking dragons, man.
I think people dislike Lise being a Mary Sue. I'm a sucker for politically driven war stories.
Yeah.
Yes, that part is really cool, and I don't think she is, dude. She takes like several different L's in that story.
I was gonna say, I don't think Lisa's a Mary Sue at all. Like that, the beginning of that is like, oh, you think you can just waltz in here and try to represent our people? Like, nah. And
oh, you think you can fight Xenos? Get given the hands,
right? Yeah. And I people just liked the super chippy mask wearing what's her name before Lise.
Yeah.
But like I think Lise is a more interesting person. They could do more. They could do more with her to develop her.
Yeah, which we'll see.
Yeah.
Let's see. They're updating the system requirements.
Yes.
Hold on 1 second while I pull this up. Sorry, I forgot to. Okay, so they updated the minimum requirements to being a i7 6700K, 8 gigabytes of RAM, and 140 gigs of memory on a hard drive, and then a 970 or better, so you can play it at 720p.
Okay.
The recommended setting is i7 9700 or higher, 16 gigs of RAM, 2060, and then 140 gigs or more on an SSD to play it at 1080p. This SSD requirement is not surprising. It is happening more and more and more. So, and these requirements are pretty tame. Like they're pretty tame.
Yeah.
They're at this point, that video card, by the time this comes out, that video card will be 6 years old for the recommended, and it was the budget card of the time. Same thing with the CPU. 16 gigs of RAM is pretty standard. SSDs are basically becoming standard, so it's this is not a tall ask.
Not at this point.
And considering the visual upgrade they're doing, I'm happy for it.
Yeah. I will say that visual upgrade was not incredible. But
it was noticeable. It was definitely noticeable.
You can tell when you look at it, but and of course they have to do this across a number of different objects and characters and worlds.
Yes, so I think they're doing the thing WoW is going through right now, which WoW got a graphics update the past 2 or 3 expansions, but they have to do it piecemeal because there's so much shit that that is in that game at this point, and they're going to go through the same thing. I know that, and they even mentioned during the panel that oh yeah, you're gonna have stuff 10 feet away from each other. It's oh, this thing's obviously using the old assets, and this one's using the new. Which WoW has that issue also, because you go to Westfall right now and you have the new fancy Dragonflight Knoll models next to a pig from 2004. So
yeah,
yep. All right, last little piece here is this game's coming to Xbox.
Yeah.
So congrats, Em. You'll be able to play Final Fantasy soon.
I know. I'm finally, I can enjoy the shenanigans that y'all deal with.
Yeah. You got to deal with some leveling nonsense, but
I mean,
I
knew about that.
Yeah.
She can play the trial until level 70.
It's free till 70, which is when it gets really good.
Yes. Yeah.
And then you can dress your character up, and then you can hang out in the main areas and bullshit with people and watch people play music and get invites to go hang out at cafes with people. It's good. It's a good time.
And I know where everybody is too, so I can just be
yep.
So you need to make a character on Balmung and start at Limsa. That's what you want. Just like if you ever play WoW, you want to be on Moonguard.
Ooh.
I don't think I'll ever get into WoW.
WoW's a lot.
WoW is a lot.
I think
much as I love you, Paige.
I think any MMO's a lot.
I mean, yeah, it's true. I'm just Final Fantasy XIV is just for the first however many hours, it's essentially a single player, and then you jump into a dungeon.
Yeah.
God, your first dungeon's not level, or not your first dungeon, but your first trial's at level 20. But even then, you kind of base roll every single part.
Yeah,
it's not. It's not at all complicated or time consuming. To be fair, I don't think WoW leveling is. I really don't. I think that WoW gets hard, in my opinion, when you hit level cap and the game has done very little to train you on endgame. And there's a lot of systems, and that can be very intimidating. That's where I think WoW starts to have trouble. Is the best way I would describe it.
Okay.
Is because, and I think that there's no real way past that learning curve beyond, hey, you hit level cap, cool, I am your friend, or I am this person you met playing the game, I'm going to teach you how to get good. Yeah.
All right.
That at least in my opinion. Like I know, because like I took I've taken multiple people through WoW's leveling experience, and most of them don't have issues and have a fun time. It's that once you get into like higher level mythics, and you get to the point of where you have to deal with like talent trees and consumables and that kind of thing, it's where people tend to have trouble. Because like you go into, because let's say, for example, Emily, you were to start playing WoW today and you hit level cap, which is super easy, and these days don't even take that long. It's like, okay, well, go on Wowhead and research your build, because you have to worry about a build. And then you need to pick what kind of content you're doing. Do you want to focus on dungeons or raids for your first build? What consumables do you need? What is your rotation, etc., etc., etc. Yeah. So it is a lot.
It's a lot.
Versus Final Fantasy XIV 1, even when you hit cap and then you figure out your rotation, and then you kind of just gear and then get into raid. And that's kind of the end game process.
Right.
And then there's a lot more focus on casual dick around content. Yeah. Which WoW is getting better at in Dragonflight. Like there's they finally added like a casual progression path, but it's not nearly the level of where Final Fantasy is with that.
Yeah.
So it's yeah. Okay, well that's Dawntrail.
Yeah. Excited.
Yeah,
I'm ready for a summer vacation after saving the universe.
Yeah, I am looking forward to the road to not El Dorado.
Yep.
And I'm curious to see how the capital of not Mexico is. I'm gonna keep that naming structure for this game forever.
That's fine. I remember watching the trailer, and for whatever reason, I thought you were using New. I was like, well, you can't use New Mexico. That's not gonna work.
Not Mexico.
No, not Mexico.
No.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yep, not Mexico. So we have not India, not Greece, not Japan, not Las Vegas, not Detroit. Yeah. So
now not Mexico.
Yep. Now not Mexico.
I like the names, but
yep.
Yeah.
It depends on the city.
Yeah.
But like Kugane, easy. But like
Limsa Lominsa is fun to say.
That one we did have a name for.
Yes. Yes.
So, but like, I think about like Isabard. I'm just like
Ilsabard.
Good. Ilsabard, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm good. Not Detroit. It's fine. That place is Detroit.
What place is not Greece? What is that name?
That's Charlian.
Charlian. Old Charlian.
Yep. Yep. That's not Greece.
Yeah.
So we're going to not Mexico and not the Caribbean.
I'm ready.
I know Anthony messaged me and said not Cancun.
Sure. Yep, I'm excited. It's gonna be good.
My Jim Dark Magic is from not Las Vegas. So all right.
Is that your in-lore?
Story? Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Nice.
And he's a black mage, so he did start in Ul'dah. So
right. Yep.
Yep. So
nice. Very good. All right. Speaking of SSDs not being a huge ask.
Yeah, so this has been the year of PC games being like, you need an SSD now. And Digital Foundry has found that Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart is basically unplayable without one. Ratchet and Clank on PC has a few issues, but it's overall in good shape. Better launch than Jedi Survivor or The Last of Us Part 1. And then they tried running the game off of an actual PS4 hard drive on a machine that's just above minimum specs. And any time that there is a tear, it causes massive lag and hitching.
Ugh.
Which, for those of you that don't know, the way the game has like dimensional tears, and it's a big part of the game. Like, it's huge. And they're essentially loading a new level instantly when it happens. It's fucking super impressive from a tech standpoint. But what ends up happening is it on these regular hard drives, they're like, bro, like, this is not it.
Yeah.
And they do say you can use a regular hard drive at minimum specifications, but they do not recommend it at all. So,
okay.
Yep.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
This is gonna happen, right? At some point.
Yeah, well, I mean, yes. The second they announced those consoles, I was like, all right, cool. 2-3 years from now, it's all SSDs all the time.
Yep.
So, yeah. So, yeah.
All right.
Yep. That's it. It's time. The time is now, everybody. Go and buy an SSD.
I got a few.
I have 2.
Yep.
3 if you include the USB one I have also. So,
oh, nice. All right.
Yeah.
I need more USB slots. Running out.
Yeah, so let me tell you, I can recommend you a case. Either the case I use or this really awesome case I'm looking at, because I have 4 in the front, and then I want to say it's 8 in the back.
Okay.
So, but the back is obviously dependent upon your motherboard.
That's the thing. Yeah, I'm limited by my motherboard, but I only have 2 on the case. So.
Yeah, like I have 4 on the case, and I intentionally did that because I know how much shit I do on the front of my case. So.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's the news. Though.
That's the news.
But I may or may not have 2 16-slot USB hubs, and they're full, and I don't know why. I mean, also, you have a million rhythm game controllers, and on top of that, you also, like, I mean, those draw power also, though, which that's their own separate thing, so... I don't know.
You have to like plug them into a different outlet?
No, they just use
drawn from the computer.
The PC, yeah.
All right.
Oh wow! Oh my god! So I just checked. I just noticed my phone finally updated the Twitter app. It is now the X app.
Oh, it finally did it. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Finally did it. No,
I liked my birdie.
There's a way to switch it back.
But, there is.
Well, you have to upload the picture of the Twitter logo to this, like go into the settings of the app and change the name and change the picture. But yeah.
Oh man, this is so weird.
I don't like it.
I don't either.
I'm not gonna call it X. No one's gonna call it X.
Still gonna call it Twitter.
Why would I call it X? That could mean anything.
You, Elon.
Sounds like a porn site. And I remember when this announcement first happened, everyone was tweeting about X videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's drama around a Japanese band called X Japan. You can't have X Japan.
Mm-hmm. A lot of peers actually tweeted about the logo and all that, and I was just like, wait, what?
Yeah.
No way.
And it's part of his plan. He wants it to be like this giant, corporation that does everything. What he has talked about is like banking, but he wants to do a whole bunch of other stuff, and he's just wrapping the social media up into that. So it would make sense if it was one of those giant corporations that did fucking everything. But that's not what this is. I don't know why he chose this to do that. But
it's because he owns the domain name for X and wanted to use it for something.
Well, he's also just been obsessed with that name. Like, I don't know. Did he start
SpaceX?
Did he? Was he the one who named it SpaceX? Because that seems like something
sure.
he would do. Yeah, dumb. They're getting rid of all the Twitter words like tweet. Gonna be changed to post. Check out that latest X post.
The recent X video.
Oh boy.
Anyway.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so anyway, okay, sorry, I just saw a new story that came into my feed. Disney cancels physical media for Australia.
What?
Disney is no longer putting out physical Blu-rays and physical 4K Blu-rays in Australia.
That's weird. Why?
Looking, hold on.
Huh. That seems strange. If this leads to them just like not selling physical copies ever, that'd be a problem.
I mean, they already don't sell physical copies of their shows.
Yeah, true. That whole WandaVision, they just sell you a fucking box. Because they're hoping you just want the aesthetic of owning things.
Which I don't, which is why I'm super mad at Sony for the fucking Spider-Man Collector's Edition. Because they give you a steelbook with a digital code for the game.
That's fucked, man. This is not good.
It's not. And you get all this dope shit. You get this fucking 19-inch statue of Miles and Peter fighting Venom. You get a steelbook. You get a bunch of costumes, and a bunch of DLC. And then, we can't give you a physical copy of the game. Also, they give you way less physical stuff in this collector's edition than the last one. Because the last one included an art book and a bunch of other shit. So
this is bad.
Yep.
I like
you will
having
own
digital
nothing
as an
and be
option.
happy.
I love digital as an option. That's the whole point. But this is really funny also that it's coming from PlayStation, because the whole reason they're ahead is because Xbox proposed doing it first. And then the moment they got that comfortable lead, it's like, guess what? Here we are.
Psych, rug pull.
We're deleting your account if you haven't logged in a while. We're taking your discs, and you have no option now.
We will send someone to your home to snap your discs. Buy digital.
Yeah.
Oh God. Don't touch my Spider-Man. For the love of God, please don't touch my Spider-Man.
No, they're going to come into your home and smash your Spider-Man PS4 disc and hand you a download code.
Both of those are signed, motherfucker. No.
They do not care.
Fuck all of you. Okay, I will put those in a safe deposit. I don't give a shit. Those are my babies. Okay? Go to hell.
Man. Hate it. All right.
So
let
me go. I'm trying to find the details on this.
Okay. All right.
Well,
while you're doing that,
okay. So, all right. Here we go. The Walt Disney confirmed it's pulling out of Australia's physical market, and the limited number of Australian and New Zealand stockists will no longer receive DVDs after Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. 7 News Australia understands the decision is due to dwindling physical sales and the increasing popularity of options such as Disney Plus. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 will be the last release in Australia. Previously released titles are expected to be available when local retailers sell down their existing stock. Once sold out, Australian Disney fans will have to turn to international online retailers. And this no DVDs and Blu-rays. This covers Marvel, 20th Century Fox, all of it. Many consider this to be a domino effect that will likely happen all over the world eventually. And also, they're going to bring up the fact that the other movie companies in Australia are going to follow suit.
Shit.
Yep.
Apparently in Australia, physical media in general is not doing well. Almost no one I know buys physical anything, and physical collector's editions are a very small bubble. It's been dire straits in Australia for a long time, and it's only getting worse. Oh, yeah.
All right. Great.
Buy DVDs. So I'm telling you, people. Telling you right now. Telling you right now.
Yo-ho. Thought I'd say that for no reason.
I'm saying that if you want to own this thing, either A, yo-ho, and put backups on multiple fucking hard drives, or buy physical copies while you still can.
Yep.
Yeah. And small story, I forgot the name of his sources. But those PlayStation 5 console covers for Spider-Man,
yeah,
they're all sold out and being scalped for 3 times the price.
Of course. Of course.
Yep. So there you
go. All right. Yeah. One thing. News came out just real quick. Just says Hasbro wants Xbox to bring back Activision's Transformers games via Game Pass.
Do it, sure.
I hear
awesome.
those games are good. People talk about those games a lot.
Like the one made by Platinum is really good.
Yeah,
I have it on PS4. It's sick. That game's sick.
Yeah. So Hasbro wants it to happen. Xbox is like, well, let's get the deal through. And then
we'll talk.
Xbox is chomping at the bit to do so much. Like they already got the Call of Duty servers back and running. They're like, we're ready. Let's go.
You get this deal out of the way, and that's when the dam's gonna break.
Which leads even more further to my fucking nut job conspiracy.
Right. HR Ninja in the chat. Activision doesn't have those files though. There's another article saying they can't because they don't have the files anymore. Oh, boo! What?
Oh, well then, okay. Then go find a pirated copy and fucking work on it.
Put that shit on Game Pass, my dude. Damn.
Yeah. But okay, sure,
Jesus,
whatever.
Just issues regarding game preservation, man. Like the companies are less than zero interest.
It's a real ugly situation. Is the best way to describe it.
Yeah.
So. Well. All right. Well, I guess we should get into what we've been playing.
Let's knock that out. Yeah. What have we been playing?
I played a whole bunch of WoW this week.
Did you?
Anthony is playing a healer, and we decided to be really funny to see how far we could take his very under-geared new healer in Mythic Plus.
Mm-hmm.
The answer is plus 14, which is really pretty high up. And we honestly, once we think he has gear and knows everything that he's doing, he honestly might be Anthony's probably a really good healer. So
nice.
So there's that. What else? That's I played a little bit of Exoprimal, a little bit of Street Fighter, and a little bit of Call of Duty.
Cool.
There's nothing really new to say on any of those. They all can be really fun. Oh, and I'm chipping away at the season pass of Halo. I do love how the way Halo does season passes. It is the best game I've ever seen do a season pass.
Okay.
Because it doesn't go away. It doesn't go away. You have it forever.
Yeah.
And you just choose what season pass you want to work on.
That is pretty nice.
But the real cool thing is if you buy the first one and you finish it, it gives you enough coins to buy the next one. And so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as you finish your current battle pass before moving to the next one, you only ever have to buy one.
Yeah. That's good.
It's awesome.
It's good. Very good.
What about you, Em? You put any time to anything new?
Finished the story to Exoprimal.
All right.
Last night at 9:00. I was playing through it for the last couple days, and I'm like, I'm almost there. That last fight, though, Aaron, that last fight was a real pain in the ass.
It's different. I like that it's different.
I mean, yeah. But it was a real pain in the ass because it took me 2 tries.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
We came in just under like a minute and a half left, and I was worried. I was very worried.
I think we did it with like at least 30 seconds left.
Oh man, it
was rough.
You gotta have a decent group, and that's like 9 other people.
We did have a decent crew, and it was a good time.
Yeah.
But oh holy shit! Afterwards, I was just like,
oh, it's good. Yep.
This is good.
Yep. Good game. Have you gotten a chance to try Savage Gauntlet?
No, okay. I have not tried Savage.
So that released, that's happening this weekend. By the time people listen to the audio version of this, it will likely be done for this week. It'll start up again next week, I believe.
Okay.
And I want to try it with people. If we can get a group together.
I mean, I'm down.
We should take a run at that Savage Gauntlet. New mode for a game that their biggest criticism is it doesn't change very much. Purely PvE. And yeah, I want to do it. So cool. You still playing Deadeye?
I am, and he's actually 31.
Nice. Right now. Holy crap.
Yeah, I'm like, that's my kind of DPS. It's just like
you found your
pure shooter.
You found your exosuit and went all the way in. I
found my suit and went all in.
Ooh, nice. That's awesome. All right. Yeah.
I'm still Deadeye. I'm still Deadeye at this point.
Deadeye's good.
So.
Deadeye's good. Deadeye's real good.
I didn't get a chance to play very much this week. But yeah, still liking Nimbus a lot, but Nimbus is definitely an assist healer. It's like if there's a witch doctor there, then Nimbus is viable. But picking Nimbus as your sole healer,
that's rough.
Are you a good enough Nimbus? Can you pull this off? And I like to think so. I like to think I do it all right. But sometimes, man, I'm just like sitting there and being, I could just go to Witch Doctor and hit a button and have an AoE heal. I could take care of all of this right now.
I mean,
this is such a problem.
That Witch Doctor on that last fight that I had was basically at my side when I carried the spikes over. Because I was taking damage, and he's just like, heal, 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 heal.
Yeah. Yep.
And I was just like, thank you, bestie.
I love that their celebration for getting 1 million people is a skin for Skywave.
For one that not a lot of people play.
Probably the least popular of the exosuits.
I mean, maybe that's why. Maybe that's an intentional thing.
That's what I'm thinking is like, just try a Skywave, please. Like, please. The only reason others haven't been played as much is because they're level locked. Like Vigilant at 40, you know.
That's the one I want to play. I want to try the sniper out real bad.
Yeah,
especially because he'd be a lot of fun in PvE.
But that's also pretty situational. Like for small, hordes of dinosaurs, like you're not really doing too much. You may take some shots to help thin out a little bit, but you are there for when the medium and big ones come in, and you're trying to get hit those weak spots. So it's very situational, really helpful in PvP. Oh man, a Vigilant when you have to get the cube going, so helpful. But yeah, so funny that they're doing Skywave. What a cool game. Anyway, play more of that later.
Yeah, I want to get back into it soon. I really do.
All right, well, Emily, you also played Pikmin 4, right?
I have been playing Pikmin 4, especially this morning. I unlocked night mode, which you go to certain areas at night and collect like these glow saps to help heal like your castaways that are leaflings, which they get harder every area that you take over. It's like, oh Jesus, it's a lot.
All right.
Mm.
And you're enjoying
And there's
it.
one I am enjoying it,
Okay.
very much so. There's one that I haven't mentioned. I keep forgetting to mention this, but I should have mentioned it last weekend when I was talking about Dreamlight Valley. I beat the game. I beat the story mode for that
Oh,
way
good.
back.
Okay.
Like when y'all had your stream. I think this was like a month or two ago now.
Mm-hmm.
I beat the story, and I did not realize this, but that game deals with like mental health issues in the best way possible.
Right. All right.
And I didn't realize that until I'd finished it and looked up articles, and I was just like, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, good for Gameloft and Disney and all that to actually address these things in a fairly fun way. So there we go.
Cool. Nice. All right. Anything
Right
else
on.
that you play?
I started playing Ori and the Blind Forest. Since
Oh, that game's hard as balls. It's super good. Like I love it. It's one of my. It's a great game, but it is fucking hard.
It's hard.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's all I've been playing so far.
All right. What about you, Aaron?
I haven't gotten a chance to play much. I jumped into Street Fighter 6 for a little bit and decided to just play a couple matches of ranked, and I got my Cammy up to Iron 4. I'm sure if I'm sure if I keep playing, I'll be able to get to bronze. It's past bronze that I'm gonna struggle.
I find, at least for me, my big sticking point has so far been the mids of silver with Cammy, but I don't know a lot about her, so I'm just kind of fucking around with her. Just like I'm constantly using her hooligan stuff, and then just randomly picking a thing. And man, you'd be surprised how well that works on people who have no idea what the fuck they're doing.
Sure. Yeah.
It
100%.
is legitimately fucking hilarious when you do it. So.
Yeah, so I played some Street Fighter 6, and then I didn't get a whole lot of time in on Exoprimal, and we played some Trash Fighters, some Poverty Fighters.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
That was fun.
That was fun.
I caught that stream and I thought that was great.
That shit was hilarious. That game was so damn funny.
Nitro plus Blasters has some ridiculous stuff going on in there.
Man, do you want supers that chip out half your health bar? Sure, Here you go.
Ridiculous. So ridiculous. But fun. Then we jumped into Soul Calibur 6 for a little bit, and
yeah, that was good.
I like Soul Calibur. It's a game that's definitely it got us asking on stream of like, when are they gonna start working on a new Soul Calibur? Because like no one's really playing this anymore.
Yes. No, that was a good ask. But I mean, it's the same team that does Tekken, so I imagine like 2-3 years from now is probably when they'll discuss possibly doing a new Soul Calibur, which, hey man, that's good, right on.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So yeah, that's basically what I've been up to game wise.
Okay, well, I think that's it for pretty much everyone then. All right, well,
cool.
I guess we're good. This week I don't know what we're doing Tuesday, but I know on Thursday we're starting Dark Souls.
Yes, it's finally happening.
Yep, the Dark Soulsening, the Souls of Darkness.
Ooh.
That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. You guys should tune in for that.
Yes, me, Aaron, Jesse, and our good friend from Roving Dumpster Fire, Ray.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that'll be a good time. Yeah, be sure to follow us. Be sure to subscribe and like and all those fun social media things.
Twitch Primes.
Please, we'll love you forever if you do.
Give us that Amazon money. They don't need it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, be sure to join the Discord. That's where we're talking about everything. That's where we announce all the things that we're doing. So yeah, other than that, I think that's a shoe.
That's a good show.
All right. Thank you guys for joining us. We love you. Have a good week.
Bye, guys. We love you.